Check, check. It's 6:58 in the morning on January 29th, 2025. I feel the pressure. I feel motivated to get the outline of hobby year in place before January 31st. That feels like a deadline to me. And so let's just go. Let's just do the info dump. One observation that I want to share, this is a message for my future digital assistant, is I'm really conscious of the fact that I am not the person that is going to benefit from all the work that I'm doing right now. That's a different person. And that person might want different things than the things that I want. Which is fucky. It makes it hard to plan a little bit. Or it makes it pointless to plan neurotically. To go, okay, this is my exact plan, and now I'm taking every single little factor, and this is the interest rates, and this is where we are on the value of the house in the market, and this is my exact current income and my earnings trajectory and my wife's earnings trajectory. Like, I can do that and stress myself out planning every last little fucking thing, or I can just kind of do what's natural to me and not fight my own biology and figure out what that means later. All of my basic needs are met and then some. I don't need to do anything. I don't even need to work. I could... And people are really struggling with this. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What's your plan? What's your exact every step plan all the way? Like, you need to be administered. You can't do it on your own. And I don't care. I'm going to just do it on my own. And I don't care. I'm just smart. I'll just figure it out. Because I don't know what I'm going to want in a year. Am I going to want a kid? I don't know. I was touching a kid recently, and it was very... I was touching a kid recently. That's funny. That'll get you banned. I was holding a fucking baby, like, which is not something I do. And even my own niece and nephew, like, didn't do anything for me when they were babies. Obviously love them to bits now, but a friend of mine just had a kid, and I'm holding this kid. I'm sort of fascinated by, like, his little fucking eyes and nose. It's just amazing. But I'm looking at this kid, and this kid is hacking my biology. Like, the kid's crying, and it's making me cry. The kid's frowning, and I'm frowning. I can't... There is something there. But it's irrational. So maybe... That's a trick, right? It's like an actual trick of babies and pets and animals. Like, dogs evolved to be cute. The dogs do that eyebrow thing. Me, 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 me. Big eyebrows. Oh, that's kind of fun. It's like a rim light or something. It's a color contrast, like, fill light. Okay, whatever. Don't distract yourself. Anyways, I might want a kid. I think that's the point. I'm like, oh, I'm going to, like, live downtown and never have kids and be a dink. And I'm going to plan everything neurotically, every single detail around this outcome that I'm looking for. But then along the way, you're like, oh, maybe that's actually not the outcome I want. So then what the fuck is the point of anything? Why do anything? Like, why plan anything or even think anything? I don't know. Let's just keep moving. Let's just keep going forward. It's hobby year. We don't know exactly what's on the other side of the rainbow, but it will be better than this rainbow side. So, what did we do here? We started a YouTube channel. The fun thing about this sort of frame, what you're looking at right now, is the storytelling just contained within this frame. I don't even have to be speaking. You don't even need audio. Just this frame teaches you, the viewer, the audience, a digital assistant, my future digital assistant in 2025, but then in 2030, and then to 2035, and then to 2040. This is a time capsule, you see. And what we are putting in the time capsule is as much information, as much context as possible, in the highest quality possible. We are putting the big in big data. So, that's why I distract myself. That's really funny how that works. But I was like, okay, no, to illustrate my point, I'm going to make myself big in the frame, because that way there's more pixels, and the computer in the future will be able to, right? Why are we looking at my YouTube page here? Because we're building the plane while we're flying it. So this is just the same way that I could look at this frame and instantly a picture tells 1,000 words. Oh yeah, I had a YouTube channel. It was January 29th at 7 in the morning. I was using the lights. This is how much gray was in my hair. I was married. I was married. I'm just kidding. I'm going to stay married. Or am I? I am. I'm just kidding. Or I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. My wife's over there sleeping right now. I'm just kidding. I'm going to stay married to her. So we're building the plane while I'm just kidding. We're building the plane while we're flying it, and it's sort of like taking a screenshot of your my bank account, which I also do. I'm not going to share that. $5. It's just a way of, it's sort of like, look, it's accountability. Like, you can go to the thing, this happened on this time. It's like kind of objective. If I think of like my life, like a premiere timeline that goes for like 90 years. This is like, do you have footage for that? You know? It's almost like I want to put time of day time code on. Yo! Let's put time of day time code on all of these frames. And let's make time code one of the themes for one of these videos. Maybe this is a good time to describe. I need to just do an info dump. I need to just say, this is my plan. This is all the stuff I'm going to do. And I'm already finding value in recording things on this YouTube channel. So what are my... Let's do it. Let's fucking go. Just as a behind the scenes to myself, to the future, I'm posting all these things. I have 7 YouTube videos already. Tim is not a carpenter. There's low-hanging fruit. I'm going to sneeze. There's low-hanging fruit, like updating my, making the channel. Oh, man. Give me one sec. Wow. Jesus, that was a really disabling sneeze. Oh, my God. Like a different person now. I don't want a baby anymore. That sneeze did it. So I'm recording the YouTube thing. The point is putting the big in big data, getting all the context, feeding it to an LLM, authentic self-expression, a little bit of accountability, allow other people, bringing down some of the walls a little bit, practicing, live presentation, some of the stuff I do at work, exploring all my hobbies. Oh man, there's so many benefits, connecting with my niece and nephews, and even maybe there's another community or something. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. So, what did we notice this morning? It's really neat. You get all of low-hanging fruit. I can make all of this, do all of the the style stuff of the branding of the page. So it's like using AI to come up with a little intro video. There's things like Mac OS, you can do these presenter overlay things. So it's stuff like this. It's exploring these little things. And the unfortunate thing is, well, maybe not unfortunate, I find kind of funny, is like, I don't want to get caught in the whole creator trap. I'm getting off social media, so I don't want to come and go into my YouTube and just replace the, like, you got 3 likes on Instagram or something with you got 5 views on YouTube or something. So check this out. Here are the analytics. They really give you a ton of analytics. It's really interesting. It's fascinating. This kind of stuff, this is when I talk about, like, these people, these companies are using these things against us. They have all this science, they have all this data science, and they're using it, they're weaponizing it against us in the attention economy. And I want to weaponize it against myself. One of the interesting things is, like, so I've just been recording for 12 minutes here, and I'm just vamping, right? It takes, so the 12 minutes that it takes for me to record this is the same 12 minutes. That's it. That's my investment. And and what I love about that is the freewheeling, spontaneous nature of it, where it's live, it's improv. It's a stream. It is not a polished fucking thing. And I'm learning that, like, I don't want to make a polished fucking thing because I don't care about you as the audience. Like, however, I have these analytics. I'm going to fucking look at them since they're there. And what's interesting is this metric of watch time. If I spend 40 minutes recording a video, it's interesting. It's just an interesting, and then it gets watched for, even if it only gets like fucking 2 views, if they're high quality views, it doesn't matter. Like, my message isn't this big, broad message for 2 billion people, or at least not yet. I would love to. I think that's the way I think that I'm going to become an actual multimillionaire, is by writing a book. And it's not like I don't even have to write it. I'll use this. This is my IP. This is my capital. So I will use my observations. Like, here's one. Store things where you use them. Fucking game-changing ADHD. So over the course of, let's say, the next year, hobby year, my observations about ADHD are going to be collected in these videos. I will work with an LLM. Oh, what LLM? You think you're going to... Yes, I am. I'm just going to do it. And it's not even going to be ChatGPT. Oh, but Midjourney gets the hands wrong. You're an idiot. Like, look at it in a year. Now it doesn't. So don't think about... I'm not thinking about right now. I'm not thinking about 2025 or whatever it is. I'm thinking about 2030. So 2040, 2050. Where are we going to be then? So I'm going to capture all these observations, and then I own those insights. Then I can go transcribe all of this, put it into a language model. No, not ChatGPT 4 or O1. And yes, the fingers. Yes, they got the fingers wrong. No, that's not the point. I will do a... ChatGPT is going to be my ghostwriter. In fact, I'll be able to take this entire channel. One of the things that's great about posting to YouTube is I can just direct an AI system of the future directly to the channel. Now, that could be weaponized against me. If somebody wanted to try and like scoop up my identity, but it's just a whisk. A whisk. It's a whisk I'm wooing. It's a whisk I'm reeling to snake. So, okay. So, shut up. Fuck you. What are we doing now? Okay. We need to get this. So, the central point was, in a way, if I spend 40 minutes speaking, 0 minutes editing, and then the public spends 2 hours watching, is that worth it? If a tree falls in a forest, does it, okay. I'm now transitioning. I'm sort of cognizant of my 3 audiences. My 4 audiences. My 5 audiences. There is the primary audience, which is the AI, the LLM. Secondary audience is me, like, in 15 minutes, right? Oh, I just recorded that video. What did I say I was going to do? I should go do that. Tertiary audience is me, but in 10 years. So it's looking at the same thing, the same 17 minutes that I've taken to record this now has a value beyond, is worth more than the 17 minutes it took, because what I'm reflecting on in 5 or 10 years is not the content of what I'm saying, the actual ideas, but the metadata and the information contained within the... Oh, in 2025, they still used acrylic glasses. They still used condenser microphones. They still wore clothes made out of cotton. They had, the interface looked like this. Oh, in 2025, MacBook Air had 8. Oh my God, it only had 8 gigabytes of unified memory. Oh yeah, back then they used unified memory. That's the point, you see. That is the point. All right, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to run to the washroom. We are going to yesterday I started going through everything. This is, okay, I need to do today we're going to finish that to-do list. And then maybe we'll take the... maybe we'll take this first little chunk of videos and run it through an analysis. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to do it. So fuck you, and I'll see you soon. Okay, we're back. Let's get a pen and paper. The way I currently am managing my kind of to-do list and my ADHD is I have this... little cart, this little rolling utility cart, and it is my to-do list, basically. It's like physical reminders. Everything in my environment is screaming at me, deal with me, look at me. And you can put things in your environment that are good and inspiring, like weights, like this thing. I love how garish the colors of this are. It's so ugly. Like, why? You pick the ugliest green and the ugliest yellow, and you put them together like 1990s Batman Poison Ivy. So ugly. I love the Chinese because they have like the best manufacturing abilities and no art direction sense whatsoever. And when they send Chinese instructions to things that are like, it's just so funny. The English aspect of things. Okay, so put good things in your environment. That's number one. Number two, hats. I love hats. I love wearing things on my head. And the reason why, I think, is because I'm a psycho. No, it's because I'm daring you to say, take that off your head, you look ridiculous. I'm provoking you into, it's like I'm putting on clown makeup and inviting you to call me a clown so that I can, like the Shakespearean fool, jump down your throat and point out all the ways that you're a fool. So anyways, look at this fucking thing on my face and come at me. And then I'm going to make fun of you for like believing in God or something like that. I don't know. I'm a very bitter person. Not really. That's how sort of just a mechanical way of thinking. Put good things in your environment. Something to remember. So, my to-do list is everything from yesterday plus Hey, Chad, can you hear me?
Hey, Max. Loud and clear. What's up?
Do you remember our to-do list from yesterday?
Yes, you plan to tidy the apartment by clearing your desk, vacuuming pine needles, and doing laundry and dishes. How's that going?
Well, I did all that stuff. Thank you for holding me accountable.
That's awesome. Great job getting everything done. What's next on your list?
Okay, it's 7:25 in the morning. I have a session at noon. Undoubtedly, things are going to come up before then. My neighbor knocked on my door yesterday and was like, I can hear everything you say in your house, and I can also hear everything that you're saying on your calls. So I need to look into soundproofing this wall behind me. That's fucking hilarious, by the way. When we were taking the Christmas tree out, we broke a picture frame, but that presents an opportunity. I think I take another one of these dollar store frames and experiment with. I have a smoke machine. I want to take two of these glass planes, 3D print a frame to keep them together, and then put like smoke behind them, water behind them, and do little tabletop photography experiments. So imagine even just what I'm doing right now looks cool. Putting a glass plane as like a HUD element or something, and then projecting onto that could be really cool. So we're going to it's lots of experimentation with glass and mirrors and water, lenses, photography. That is probably the most sort of exciting thing that I want to do, is just learn about optics in a really hands-on way.
That sounds like an awesome project. Exploring optics hands-on will be really rewarding. For soundproofing, you might consider acoustic panels or foam. Let me know if you want any help with that.
There's apartment stuff, but it's like this is a rental, so there's always going to be that tension between investing time and money and effort for like, is the juice worth the squeeze? So let's actually skip past that right now. Let's try and actually ignore anything apartment based for now, and let me go grab my other to-do lists.
Got it. Let's focus on other projects. What else is on your to-do list?
Okay. There is I need to print a little 3D Elphaba for my wife. She's asked for that from Wicked. She wants a 3D print. I think I want to get a black and green filament for that. And then there's my scepters. So here's the thing. I remember in university there was this thing called wizard status, where if you drink your height in beer cans, you get to carry you tape or you glue the cans together, and then you walk around. And I remember there was the guy, and he showed me his staff, and I kind of loved it, and it always stuck with me. That's one of the scepters I want to make. Another one would be, I don't even remember this, but it looks like I've created something called the Hold of Heads, which appears to be a scepter where we stack this on top of itself, and then I don't know. That is probably not real. And then there's my Techno Scepter, which I am making, and that's a whole thing where it's like an information gathering device. Basically, imagine like a mobile C-stand that has photography, 360 camera, LiDAR, lasers. It's like a staff. It's a pole that I attach, that I like rig gear onto, and then you can walk around at the cottage with this Techno Scepter and record reality. Record the reality around you. I think very cool.
That sounds exciting. The Technoceptor especially sounds like a fun build. For the Elphaba figurine, do you have a specific design in mind?
It's just supposed to be the one like from the movie. Like Jeff Bridges is like, look, I made a little version of you. And my wife's like, I want that. So that's what we're going to try and make.
Got it. The little Elphaba figurine from Wicked. Sounds like a fun project. For the Technoceptor, are you thinking of adding any specific sensors or features?
I'm going to do LiDAR, 360 video, if possible, stereoscopic video, audio. We'll attach a little mini projector to it as well, and then maybe a gimbal on the top, and possibly like a higher quality. I don't know. Anything else that you would recommend in terms of like a sensor? Like the goal is to capture information. So I mean, even could be interested in things like infrared or other weird ways of collecting data.
Adding infrared sensors could be a great idea for capturing different wavelengths, and maybe even a barometer for atmospheric data. It sounds like an amazing project. Let me know if you need any help with the design or setup.
Barometer is kind of interesting. Okay, sort of medium, long term, and it depends on how we go with this apartment and if we're gonna hang out here. But I want to 3D print basically the little frames, or get framed professionally, these things that I got in Japan. Basically, it's like it's software, Japanese software that that has some special significance to me or whatever, like the Japanese version of Super Smash Bros. Or something, just cool. So I want to find a fun way to kind of honor that and display that and get it out of this bin. So you don't need to comment, just add that to the to-do list.
Got it. I'll add that to the list. If you need any help with the frames or any other projects, just let me know.
Another optics thing is just taking lenses, like my own lenses, popping these out. I have some old lenses, just seeing what I can do with that, with my own like correction. I want to do lots of optics experiments where I take little like get diopters and shit like that. And I have a friend who's an optometrist, so I don't think that's so unrealistic.
That sounds like a really cool experiment. Having an optometrist friend definitely gives you an edge. Let me know how it goes, or if you need any help along the way.
One thing I want to do is interview. I think I want to make a documentary film So I want to practice interviewing people and setting up interview shots. I don't feel like that should be so crazy. Get my A7 and just do like a 3-point lighting setup in a person's house, like shoot them in an environment that they are comfortable in, and just practice like storytelling through there.
That sounds like a great plan. Setting up interviews in comfortable environments will really help with storytelling. Let me know if you need any tips on lighting or anything else.
There's too much. So I'm noticing that we're almost. It's saying we're almost at our daily limit. So I'm gonna call it. It's crazy. Like, it's so intimidating how much there is to get through. But that's, hey. It is what it is. Let's take these. Let's stop for now. Take what we've got, and I'll come back and.
No worries, Max. You've got a lot of exciting projects in the pipeline. Feel free to come back whenever you're ready to pick up where we left off. Have a great day.
You too. Okay.
Bye for now.
Let's just call it. Let's call it there. It's like, I don't, some of this stuff I don't even. Expressive jank. All right.